Okay, sorry guys. I clicked the wrong button. I stopped the stream actually.
Okay, well, the good so we're still waiting on.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on. Oh Jesus!
Vice.
On Vice. I'm just restarting my game.
Okay.
The chat.
I'm actually pretty sad that we can't get that Vice is not coming, because it would take us in a very in a disadvantage for the next battles, because we will have to push that a bit more. Just that has to be quick.
Let me see if I can try and grab Vice on Discord.
Yeah, he said that he's late because he can't leave the tournament room. He's in a tournament. Okay, I'm gonna get my phone. Wait a second. Is Vice already here? No, it's not. Oh yeah, he is. Rolling Swarm?
Mm-hmm.
Are you here?
I am here. Don't worry. So we have got Vice from R2K-Clan up against Diddy Salah. Are we live yet on stream or no?
Yes, we are.
Oh, fantastic. So Diddy Salah from Live Clan up against Vice from R2K playing for the final spot in the round robin finals. So let's see what map we're going to get.
Naval Frontier.
Ooh.
We haven't seen that before in this tournament.
Yeah, and we haven't seen, well, at least I haven't seen the WZ113. This is the newest tank, actually, I believe. 2-tier X at the moment. Very fast in a straight, but limited traverse numbers, and from my experience in it, not the best side armor. He is starting with more than 500 HP, basically a 25% HP advantage to the mouse. But the DPM and the of the WZ are not to be underestimated. He could really make a mess of the mouse if he's able to get up close and personal. The mouse is just going to be working really hard to avoid a circle of death situation here. But I actually don't know whether it's capable of pulling that off. I don't know if it's got the traverse numbers, so that's something we're going to have to see.
Why is this actually rushing?
Yeah,
He's going the wrong way.
Oh no.
That's gonna take a long time.
Well, if he had turned the other way, gone up behind the mouse, that would have put the mouse in a really bad position for at least one, maybe 2 shots worth of damage. And let's see here.
Now he's actually moving to it.
Okay, he is. Yeah, he is. He knows the mouse is slow. And so he knows, okay, I'm fast. I got there. I didn't spot him in any of those positions. He must have taken the other route. So he's going to come side onto the mouse here. He's going to get the drop. He's going to get the first shot in. Mouse instantly angles. Oh, and trading advantage in the favor of Diddy here. Does more damage on the shot. And actually has a faster reload as well. That is interesting. I guess the WZ AP, premium ammo. Oh, and that was heat going in there. And you can see Vice is in a really strong hold down position here. He's giving the mouse absolutely nothing to work with.
Mm-hmm. He's not pushing forward. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's pushing forwards. He's given up that hold down. He's given up some damage. Vice is going to get the reload in first, though. Gets another shot in. The mouse is pushing. But is the mouse pushing himself into a bad position? Yeah, Vice going in through the drive wheel. Pretty close. They're basically... Oh, and there's a key bounce for the mouse. Here comes a ram. He's got the his Vice side on. Can Vice get the traverse round? Good bounce by the mouse. And gets the damage in at the same time. But here we are. This is it. Vice. Oh, and the hill denies. The hill stops him, and the mouse is reversing, pushing forwards. This is pretty close. But I think unless Vice find, it's really going to be Diddy's game. But he's got to make sure that Vice can't get around him. But Vice, another key bounce there. Diddy finishing him off with one shot through the upper plate. Fantastic game. A really great opening moves by Vice. Strong knowledge of the map and his opponent's tank. Really good sort of extrapolation, working out where the mouse would be, but underestimating the accuracy and DPM of the mouse tank. And the mouse really just capitalizing on a few key bounces there by Vice, and that really goes to show like how important every single shot is. But that was by far the fastest match and the most aggressive match that we've seen. So these guys are clearly in for the kill here, not faffing about. Worth noting actually that Vice is playing on touch and Diddy Salah is playing on computer. I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but it is worth. They are using different control modes.
mm-hmm.
So. So we've had our.
They're actually taking the same tank.
And now we are going. Same tanks, Object 140. We're coming up into one of my personal favorite, which is Castilla. So Vice rocking that camouflage from the European Pro tournaments. Didi Sala is. I can't actually see his tank at the moment. Now I can. Oh, very interesting camouflage. You don't see this one very often. I'm not a huge fan, but you know, to each their own. So Didi Sala has taken the armor boost, whereas Vice has taken the HP boost. And this gives him slight advantage, 115 hit points. Now, on this tank in a 1v1, I guess in some tanks, the more HP is advantageous. But I think in terms of a 140, other had the armor boost. It's not that difficult, or rather, it's not impossible to get bounces when you're 1v40 versus a 140 with that great Russian front upper plate and really super strong turret. I mean, there are some weak points in the hatches, but they're quite tricky to hit. And we can't see it, but actually, what other differences in their equipment setups they're taking, because now with 9 equipment slots, you know, although it's the same tank, the characteristics between the two could be quite different. Now, we've seen Didi has pushed into Vice's red spawn. Vice is hooking back round. He is going to get the Didi, and when you consider his HP advantage. Whoa! So Vice misses the first shot. Didi hits the rock, and Vice gets him into the track. Didi bounces. Didi's dropped the adrenaline. Vice returning the favor, dropping adrenaline. But Vice has got 2-3 shot lead. And I'm really going to have to give this one to Vice. In these kind of tanks, this kind of HP advantage is just something that's difficult to recover from one-on-one. But Didi's working the angles. Get a bounce. Yes, he's got a bounce. It's effectively, he gets one in. If Vice bounces, no, but Vice does not bounce the next one. Very close indeed.
And fast.
And that was very fast. Yeah, even faster than the previous game. Not messing about one bit. And you see there, if Didi Sala had actually P boost rather than the armor, I don't know, like, would he have still got that bounce in? But if he had, then he'd be alive, and he would have taken the match. So it's really interesting to see, like, you know, like, what difference these make, these equipment choices make, because they're highlighted in a 1v1. You know, it's so much more evident because the choices you make translate so much more directly into the actual game. Now we're back to heavy tanks. Vice rocking WZ113 again, and Didi Sala returning in the mouse. And we're back on Rockfield, which these guys haven't played on, but the previous opponents have played on. Who do you rate for this one, Dutch?
Well, in this kind of situations, Didi did a great job there on Naval. I actually don't like the mouse on Naval, playing the mouse at least on Naval. The WZ had a good advantage just with the whole hull down armor, but he didn't make use of that. And Didi, his push on the previous map was pretty good, and that made him just being in a good position. And the position he chose was pretty okay. And now he actually goes to the heavy side again. Wise flanking him and might be able to spot him actually, but I don't think so.
No, neither of them spotted. Didi managed to cross that gap. I don't know if Vice is expecting to spot him cross there, but he hasn't. Didi has crossed. Maybe he's just outside of. Vice stays still here. He's going to spot the mouse first. I'm almost confident of that. And you can see him here. He's really hull down. Really hull down. I'm going to have a look at Didi Sala. He is working those angles there. in both of the previous games, Vice has come up on Didi Salah from behind, and Didi is ready for it. He knows, okay, fooled me once, fair enough. Fooled me twice, not going to let it happen a third time. So he is expecting Vice to push across. And so now what we're seeing is the opponents second guessing each other. And this is part of the psychology. And I don't know, everyone probably been in a game, you know, when you got your Kolobanov, it's 1 versus 3. And it comes down to your guile as a player.
Oh.
And there we go. Didi's been spotted. He's crossed. Vice gets a solid shot in, and is spotted in return.
That makes the hit point equal again.
Yeah, it pretty much levels. Still 140 hit points in the favor of the mouse, but it's done a lot to close the gap. And Vice has dropped speed boost, and he is bouncing. He is getting out of dodge. Now, last time we know that Didi in the mouse on Naval Frontier, when he spotted Vice, he pushed in aggressively. And I think Vice is anticipating this from his opponent. He is relocating, ready to engage Didi when Didi pushes up into the position where he thinks Vice is going to be, but Vice is not there. Vice has got out of dodge. He's relocated so fast. I'm impressed exactly how fast he is in that. And he is going to again behind Didi, and he is potentially going to go 2 shots up without really facing any chances for it. So let's see, can he get the spot in here? He does, spots the opponent. Is he going to land a shot?
Oh.
No. Oh, that was unlucky going into. Now Didi knows where. Now the question is he going to? Yeah, he's pushing down. A wise choice. I think trying to out 113 at that kind of range is just not ideal. Didi knows he needs to get up close and personal.
But Vice has covered this situation, and he's actually rotating already again.
Yeah, he's flexing back around.
He's
spotted the bush there. Press. A really good example of how important soft camouflage is, or soft cover is rather, as camouflage. Now, Vice is probably wondering, like, where the hell did I get spotted from? You know? but okay, his speed boost is back in operation. He's dropping the hammer, and he's once again getting out of there. Remembering, it's this game, if it comes spotted, if it comes to a draw, it's who's done the most damage wins. And at the moment, Vice is holding the winning cards, and it's 1-1 apiece. So whoever wins this game actually takes home the victory overall.
Indeed.
So this is quite sneaky. Now, I would have thought that Didi, this would be like the second or third time. No, this will be the third time, and that he's pushed on Vice, and Vice has been bouncing out. So I would have expected him to maybe try and run like an intercept line or something, not kind of chasing where Vice was, but going for where he thought he might end up. But no such luck. Both spotted. Ooh.
Both getting a shot in, that's pretty okay.
Yeah, that is.
Didi is progressing already again.
And now Didi's,
taking a speed booster to run around the map.
That is a speed booster on a map. But Vice is also a speed boost. He is using that. These two guys were like super aggressive in the game. And now this is probably the most cat and mouse game that we've seen so far this evening. So let's see. They're unspotted now. The mouse is pushing up. Vice is in a great hold down position. Oh! HE there by Didi Salah. So Vice is definitely ahead in damage stakes. There's a minute to go. But in terms of hit points, 1v1 is descend into a brawl. Didi can still have him. I think Vice is going to have to work to keep this one towards a technical draw and win on HP, damage inflicted. But he's pushing forwards, and now we are pulling, and this is vital for Didi Salah to get the damage in, but Vice is dropping the adrenaline. Didi Salah, no adrenaline on the. That's a very interesting call. Okay, can he get a good ram in?
No damage.
No damage. Now, that is quite interesting. That is something I would not have expected. Oh, gets a key bounce, does 146 points worth of damage. If he can, he's got 11 seconds. Can he finish off Vice?
Oh,
No.
he bound. If he actually was able to take that shot, it was in his favor, though.
Yeah, is it going to be a rank kill? No. And I think Vice wins on damage inflicted.
Yes.
Vice 2,282 damage inflicted. A clear margin of victory there. 700 more HP inflicted by Vice. Really well players. Quite a funny game to watch. Seeing them chase each other across the map there. So well done to Vice for taking home the victory there. Commiserations to Didi Salah. Going 1 and 2 in the end there. All three very well contested games down to the wire on all instances. And Vice coming back from the initial defeat to secure the victory.
And actually now I'm gonna ask Sky to update the schedule so we can have the next guys to play. And I think he does that pretty soon. He just puts all the names in a random generator, and then I guess he's gonna take the announcement.
Okay.
Yeah, la 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 la.
So just to recap, Shappy_Nova from the NOV4 clan played against CyberGhost from the DC Dream Crushers clan and took the win. Serbia from RTK Dash beat Happy Kiwi from Legion. And just now we've seen Vice from also from R2K Dash has beaten Didi Salah from the Live clan. So we've got in the finals, we've got Shappy Nova from NOV4 versus two players from Ready to Kill, Serbia and Vice, although Serbia is no longer under the R2K clan tag in game. So Vice from R2K, Serbia, and Shappy Nova from NOV4 are going to be our finalists this evening. They're going to play each other again in the best of 3 format. So, no, they're playing. No, it's going to be in the best of 3 format.
Yep. And actually, oh, what the hell was that? Some YouTube on the live background. Well, I don't know, but I'm for now I'm gonna let Skywalker wait on his answer on my pretty important question.
Well, I mean, it's a round robin. For example, you could do, if we take player 1 as being the winner from the first game, player 2 as the winner from the second game, and player 3 as the winner from the third game, you could just fill in the blanks like that, going from the schedule.
Okay, hello everyone, we are now back live. And we are now going to do the finals. After some discussion, we have decided what and how we're gonna do it. So, all fine. We have to put a bit of pressure behind it because we have not all the time of the world. And yeah, let's go. I guess we're taking medium. So if you can handle the chat, Sky, then because my chat is not working, obviously, thanks PC. Okay, let's go. Desert.
Okay, Dutch, are we going live?
We are already live. I'm too quick for you, mate.
I'm gonna treat it like I'm. Okay, so we are now finals of the 1 versus 1 tournament run by the Dream Crushers clan. We've got Vice from R2K ready to kill in the Object 140 excellent camouflage scheme, rocking the HP boost versus Shappy from the NOV clan Nova, also in a 140 rocking the HP boost. Very aggressive play here, and Shappy gets a bounce, gets a shot into Vice. Vice running away, manages to get behind cover. He's put himself in a hull down position. He's making Shappy come to him. Now they're playing the ridge line. This is quite interesting. We've got the advantage initially to Shappy. He knows he's a shot up, but as we saw from some of the games earlier this evening, it only takes one bounce and the whole tip of the 1 versus 1 pool can go. And there we go. There's a bounce from Shappy. Now Vice has got effectively a free shot, but he fluffs the shot. And now Shappy, he is two shots up. Vice getting one in. Shappy has dropped the adrenaline, so his DPM is. Vice getting another boost. Now he decides to drop the adrenaline as well. I'm worried that might be too late. Vice is effectively 2 shots, while Shappy has still got a hell of a lot of hit points in his favor. But he was tracked and took fuel damage, and now he's been taking track damage and ammo rack damage. Vice hanging on, but he might actually get him on the real. Yes! And that was the ammo rack damage there. Vice inflicted on Shappy made the absolute difference in terms of shutting down the opponent. Really well played there by Shappy to begin with, but Vice just managing to outbrawl him in the later stages. And I didn't see that come back, to be honest, coming. So really well done. But it's worth noting that in terms of differences, Vice is probably the stronger medium player, and Shappy had a preference for playing in his heavy tanks. So now we're switching up to heavies again, going on to the Dead Rail map. We've got Vice back in the WZ113 and Shappy back in the E5 from the previous rounds. So just to have a brief update for everyone at home, this is a best of 3. Shappy advising Vice not to go after Zamo again. Quite a fair comment there. So it's a best of 3. If Vice takes this, he will get 3 points in terms of the round robin scoring system. So basically, best of 3. Whoever wins the best of 3 gets 3 points. Whoever loses gets 1 point. I believe. I'll double check that once the game is over. The other opponent, of course, in this round robin finals for the 1 versus 1 Dream Crushers tournament is Serbia, who had an excellent showing. So now Shappy playing hull down, Vice also a hull down. I'm not sure he's got the gun depression actually to work that ridge line, but no, it doesn't look from that position, and Shappy clearly knows that because he's pushing right up underneath Vice's gun. But who's got the higher DPM? I must confess I'm not overly familiar with the 113 as a tank. Now they're proximity spotting each other. The question is, how are they going to move? How are they going to flex? The hit points are equal at the moment. Both of these tanks very well balanced in terms of hit points. I don't know. I think the E5 is probably a better brawling face-hugging tank. I think the WZ will be wanting to keep the E5 at arm's reach on the other side of some cover. I think E5 close up. A bounce there by Shappy and a missed shot by Vice. Trying to get a snapshot in there. Looks like, okay, Vice missing again. Shappy getting a bounce with HE, actually. Really strong WZ run by Vice in the hold down position. If you look at the angles that he's working on his armor, he is super effective. And he's just taking no splash damage at all from Shappy's E5. Absolutely nothing. So the reloads of these are pretty much comparable. I think the DPM is in favor of the 113.
Definitely, because this 113 has a reload of 7.4 seconds, and the
again 2 missed shots. Neither of them having to spend any of their consumables just yet. Remember, that can make quite a big difference actually towards the end stage if you've forced your opponent to use a repair kit. Now, they're unspotted once again. The Vice effectively pinned in, having to use this ridge line is its only defense really. The E5 has got a lot of flexibility. The E5 capitalizing on that brilliant mobility as a heavy tank. He's going to be coming around behind Vice. He's going to have to make sure that he doesn't get proximity spotted actually. But Vice, you know, he hasn't seen anything. His opponent probably knows that he's going to be pushing around on him. But the E5, almost like they're looking at each other's screens, I don't know, is now sneaking back around. Let's see what's happening here. They're really, he's lost his hold down position. He's now got the low ground. They've traded proximity spotted or potentially spotted by view there. Again, that ridge line is just so hard for tanks to work. Even the E5, who's got relatively good gun depression, unable to really get down. Vice is just completely under that lip there. Yes, this is probably not the best map for a 1v1 Vice. You're absolutely correct. Both of them spotted. Let's see how they're going to do. Okay, now they're unspotted. Worth bearing that in mind.
Can you actually
just
hear
under
me?
3 minutes to go. Really very, very cautious play here by both opponents. Proximity spotted again. Oh, Vice bounces. He is now a shot up. How is he going to play this? I think he needs to push. He needs to be aggressive. Oh, okay, he is 2 shots for the good on Vice. Vice is... He's really got nothing here other than his plate. How is he going to add shots? He gets a bounce. The E5 in. Okay, now he's really got to hide that. He's managed to rotate round to get the side plate. I think this one, I really don't want to speak too soon, but I think this one is going to go to Shappy. He's basically got 1 shot to go.
Yeah.
A bounce here. That's all it could take. But no, Shappy gets the last 61 HP off Vice. Really, both players there looking to out second guess their opponent, trying to maneuver themselves to a favorable position, and in the end, so bearing in mind.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dutch.
Yeah, well, you couldn't hear me last game.
No, I could not hear you. So I that was so it's 1-1 at the moment. I think we need to decide what class they're going to take, whether they're going to be taking mediums or heavies. Okay, coin toss.
Okay, you've done it. GG.
I literally.
Okay, so
Okay, so we're going. Vice won a coin toss, and they were able to decide which class of tank to take. It's going for mediums, which is, he would say, it's favorable to him. I would be almost happy the first round, but they're both back into the one. Now Shaq is playing on PC, Vice is playing on touch device. So theoretically, Shappy has a controller advantage if you buy into that. Vice going up to the window here, scouting out. We're playing on Fort Despair. This is a really good map. One of the oldest in the game. Lots of diverse areas in terms of cover terrain, open fields of fire, undulating terrain, hills, lots of soft cover on the outside. Shappy blind firing the bush there, the sniper bush. Shappy's out very wide in the medium corner.
he almost blind fired him.
Yeah, almost. And I'm camouflage. This is one of my favorite camouflages in the game. Actually, this green, black, and white one. It just looks great. I think absolutely fantastic. So Shappy is playing out in the top left corner, the medium corner. If you're playing in a random or clan war type game. Blind firing again in the bush. Vice, I don't know if he's seeing these blind fire shots. Maybe he has an idea where his opponent is. How he's moving makes me think not so much. He's playing very passive, very, very passively indeed. He is holed up in a corner. The soft cover, the bushes, as camouflage. I think he is looking to try and get the spotting advantage. And now I would describe this as kind of like the roaming stage, or the roving stage, where players in 1v1 they're looking for each other, but they're trying to find on their terms. And I think Vice is playing a much less dynamic game. Shappy is really moving all over the map. He's covered a lot of ground. He's moving much faster, and he's also playing the bush here. And we're about to have contact. The spot, he's facing the wrong way. Oh no, Shappy Vice just timing his approach there perfectly, and now pushing up. How are they going to play this? Vice has the HP advantage. He really has the advantage. So let's see.
Well, actually, Vice is now in a very good position, and he can keep trading with Shappy. And yeah, well, it looks like that Vice is using not his calibrated shells, but he's actually using his extra reloader, his rammer, because his reload is definitely higher than Shappy has.
Yeah, it's key in this situation, but Actually, well, I'm not. Shappy is playing a really strong game here, but no, he's. This is very close. Vice is definitely 2 shots, but Shappy is just 1 bounce away from a victory or a low roll. Shappy is within range, but it would be a good 1 shot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the next bounce is critical, and Vice, I would really expect him to be higher up in the standings here, given how.
Oh, Fake on fire!
Oh, there! I didn't even see the fire damage. I was really expecting Vice to be further ahead, bearing in mind that he got 2 shots in the beginning. But in the same way that Shappy took the lead earlier on in the first map in mediums, and then lost to Vice in kind of Vice really pulled it back in a brawl comeback. Shappy did the same thing there. He went a shot, or possibly 2 shots down there, I can't exactly remember, and was really, really effective in getting bounces, peek-a-booming, trading ultra effectively. And that last shot with the fire, a twist of fate in RNG. And this time, Shappy is admitting he. So congratulations there to Shappy. He takes 3 points, and Vice takes 1 point. Now we're going up into the next lineup, which is Serbia versus Vice. And this will be these guys, former clanmates. They probably know how each other plays the game very, very well. They may have even tuned together in the past. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see how this one plays out. But congratulations to Shappy there. I thought he was done for, and I'm really learning on these ones that it's just never to call it. It's cool, especially players at this level, you know. Yes. So I'm not going to even. The final score is settled as to who I think is going to take the win. So let's see. We are a heavy matchup. Once again, viewers at home, this is a best of 3. Serbia taking the T11 0E5 Rebel. Great camouflage scheme. Love that. It looks like he's taking the armor boost. And Vice back in the WZ113. He absolutely loves that tank. And he's been having quite a lot of luck with that. He was having quite up until the recent match against Shappy, who was playing also in an E5. I wonder, is the match versus a WZ113 in the favor of the E5? The characteristics are quite similar, but I think the E5's got better traverse numbers, which might just give it the sort of advantage, and also a much stronger hull on. So, Dutch, do you have any favorites for this contest? Anyone you think is going to take it?
I don't actually know. They're all good players. Shappy is a bit of an underdog at the moment, but yeah, I really don't have a clue about who is going to win.
Well, for me, same in terms of skill. These 2 guys are pretty much neck and neck. Some of the best. I would expect Serbia to win this. He performed so well in his previous games this evening. Like, really absolutely fantastic performance by him against the Happy Kiwi in the STB. And the Happy Kiwi, no slouch of an opponent. But it looks like they're on a collision course near the blue one. They're both going to be coming around the corner. And Vice is going to get the first shot in. No, he bounces. And this is just not the start he's looking. But he's got a slightly higher alpha. It looks like he's going to be pushing up here, trying to use it. But I think that his chassis is just, this is not the brawl he is looking. Although that being said, Serbia is bleeding HP.
Oh, but he bounces. This may be the, how you call that?
Yeah, I think that the match the hull is just so tricky. maybe the 113 just doesn't have the right characteristics to handle it there. Two critical bounces there from Weiss. I think the tanks theoretically got the DPM, but in terms of its ability to bounce shots head to head, a 1v1 when it can't get hull down, very limited. And when you think the E5 got the ability to just wiggle its hull, maybe the tracks will lead a shot, maybe the chassis will bounce a shot. It's not an easy target in the right hands, as we've seen from both Shapi and now from Serbia. But now we're going up in the mediums again. I think we can pretty much guess which tanks these guys will be taking. So let's see. I'm more than, now that we're switching to mediums, the map can make or break it. Oh, the new map, Alpenstadt. Now this, again, a big map and some very, very different areas in terms of terrain and spots that can be used by either tank. Both guys having the same great idea, pushing out towards the mediums, going up to that sort of the northwest corner of the minimap. Both spotted. Now, I think Serbia and Weiss bounced, which is okay. They're still. Let's see, who is going to make this move now? Serbia. He's looking to get himself into a more higher elevated position with better fields of fire. Now, I'm wondering what Weiss is doing, because that E50M is such a tough tank, and I think the 140 has got better camouflage. I'm not sure about view range, but I think the 140 has a slightly better in terms of spotting engagement. If he's able to keep the E50M at range, he should be in a much better position. And, well, looking at how Serbia, he is looking to get up close and personal as quickly as possible. Certainly, ram damage from the E50M combined with a good bit of face hugging could really serve that tank very, very well, especially in the capable hands of Serbia. But Weiss playing really intelligently here. That low Russian chassis hugging the ground. Weiss is putting himself in the best positions possible, trying to go hull down where he can make himself as small a target as possible. And he's hunting now. He's pushing forwards. I got to remember, they don't know where each other are at the moment. They're crossing. They just missed the spot on each other. That was... Oh, no. They have been spotted. They actually were spotted. The light bulb went there. And now side scraping in a one didn't pay off. It didn't pay off. And Weiss is in a disadvantaged position here. Manages to make Serbia fluff the shot. If I were Weiss, I would try and engage from a different angle, because Serbia is really hull down. See that he's in an excellent position. He's hull down. He can front. Even the lower plate on the is not to be underestimated. And he is working the angle, pushing forwards. He's being much more aggressive. He knows he can be more aggressive on the 140. However, the 140 has him on DPM and not by an insignificant margin. However, Serbia does have about 300 more hit points at the moment. And there, Weiss making sure he's keeping Serbia proximity spotted. Doesn't want Serbia to slip away at the last minute. Super tense here. Both guys trying to work out, okay, what's the best way for me to push? Oh, double bounce. Both of them having to repair their trap. And actually, both of them repair automatically. But Weiss managing to land a hit Serbia there with his superior reload time. Really making use of the 140 there. Sneaking in an extra shot before Serbia was ready to pinch one back at him. And now both medium tanks with damaged tracks, so slightly limited mobility. Interesting to note the need to use a repair kit to fix that damage. Weiss running, he's going to take a hit here. Yep, Is he going to be able to get one turn? Yes, he is. Okay. I think Vice is up in terms of the damage inflicted.
Mm-hmm. I think actually he is. But now,
not
anymore.
Not anymore. Now, this is okay. So, what's Serbia going to do is he can push, but neither shot's connecting to HP there. And Vice getting another bounce in. That E50M turret, it's so tough. There's such a narrow shot, such a narrow window of opportunity for inflicting damage. 2 minutes to play for here. Both guys, I think they're feeling the pressure. They're engaging quite rapidly, burning through them, and very, very quickly too. I think neither of them are looking for time here. They're looking to do the damage, and neither of them want to let the other one get away. But Serbia now, double the hit points of Vice. He'll probably be thinking about pushing in and finishing off his opponent now. And certainly with that bounce, still playing very, very passively. This is the mark of a great 1v1 player. He's got all of the advantages in his favor, but he's still choosing to keep the advantaged position, making Vice work and come to him. He knows if he just sits here pretty, he will take the victory on hit points done alone. And he's making Vice have to push him. There we go, Vice baiting Serbia in the text chat. So Serbia, I mean, he is extending his HP lead, but he's now been super sneaky. He's flanking around to the back of Vice. Proximity spotted through the hill, a distance of less than 50 meters, pushing up and round. Can Vice get away? Will Serbia finish him off? No, Vice dropping down, reversing back down the hill, keeping his gun focused on Serbia. Serbia still not pushing, not rushing. Such a disciplined player, pushing forwards. Is he going to go for a ram kill? I think so. No, but he gets tracked. He repairs the tracks. Now Serbia's tracks are fixed and Vice's are not. Serbia's going to get a ram and a shot in. Bounces. No. Finishes him off. Really very well played by both players there. A little dance of death around the lighthouse or whatever it is, that little tower area on the Alpenstadt map. Very, very close. Mm-hmm. And the E50M once again showing how good a tank it is, 1v1. I mean, it took the STB1 and now it's beaten the 140, which for me is quite surprising.
Well, actually, I have to go now because since it took longer than I thought it would be, and well, I suggest Swarm, can you how you call that? Record your messages on your iPad, maybe, and send them to me.
I can record the matches, the audio though.
Okay, so you can't like record your voice.
No, not at the same time.
Okay, well then that's I think that's then the end of the stream, and you're gonna record the voices, and no, not the voices, like just the matches, and I will be uploading that.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Sorry guys, I'm very sorry. Goodbye everyone.
Don't worry about it. No, okay, so I will record the other games and we can get them uploaded. But thanks, Dutch, for streaming what you can.
No problem.
Pro bono time on the weekend, always welcomed. So cheers, buddy. And thank you very much to everyone at home for watching. Very interesting stuff. Okay, good night.
Good night.